Guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we are back, 8th anniversary, tons of events, tons of stuff to do. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into this brand new story event right here. This is the Super Warrior Memorial Son Goku and Friends. So, seems like there's 2 story events right now. One is just sort of around characters that I guess Goku quickly befriended. I mean, to be fair, Yamcha, I feel like could have qualified as rivals, but whatever. I mean, he's not like an earth-shattering threat like the characters in the rival section, like Piccolo and the androids and stuff like that are, right? So sure. We have one which is kind of like, you know, I guess it's Goku getting all of his allies, right? One side is kind of like, I don't know, like sort of like a softer side where, you know, we have like Gohan and Krillin and stuff like that. Then the rival side, that's got like the villain characters who became good, you know, Piccolo, Vegeta, stuff like that. So right now, with this story event, all we could do is we can grind up this free-to-play SSR Mr. Satan. I don't like the pick of Mr. Satan as the free-to-play unit here, honestly. We have numerous Mr. Satan free-to-play cards. At this point, you know, I've said this before, like, I like when they trend, you know, up with Dokkan Fest, and then you could go down, right? So it's like, all right, they just dropped God Goku Dokkan Fest. All right, we can go down, we can drop Mr. Satan Dokkan Fest. All right, we dropped Mr. Satan Dokkan Fest. All right, let's do, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? All right, we did Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Let's go and do Zarbon, right? Like, I think it's best if they kind of go back and forth like that, right? That way they can, you know, get the representation for characters that deserve it and blah, blah, blah. Mr. Satan, I mean, I would say he deserves a Dokkan Fest more than Videl. Again, Videl remains, I think, the very bottom so far. There will be characters who I'm sure who are going to get Dokkan Fest who deserve it less than her, but right now, you know, even, you know, Raditz, Ginyu, Yamcha, all these characters I'm putting above Videl in terms of characters that should have Dokkan events, right? But Mr. Satan, he can get one. And, like, there's so much goofy stuff. They could make him, like, a defensive god who does no damage, support. Like, there's a lot of stuff they could do, right? He didn't need to be a free-to-play character here. And then the Warrior Raised on Earth category is the category here that is going to get us the extra drops. That, of course, is the category that Dokkan Fest Yamcha introduced into the game. Let's switch over. Let's see if there's anything important here. Yep, Warriors Raised on Earth, SSR Mr. Satan. Yep, Goku has pushed his limits to become stronger than anyone else, right? Here's him getting his unique friends, blah, blah, blah. Yep, there's that. Now, Mr. Satan, what are his categories? World Tournament, Earthling, and Warrior Raised on Earth. What that tells us is he's likely to just remain Mr. Satan, too. Like, with him just having those categories, I don't anticipate that this is going to Dokkan Awaken into, like, a Hercule and Boo, right? Because Mr. Satan is on Earthlings. Maybe it could be Mr. Satan and Krillin or something like that, right? But, like, it's not probably going to be, like, you know, some sort of Boo or something like that. Let me actually just take a quick look at the Mr. Satan units, right? So again, Warrior Raised on Earth, figure we'll just rock in with, like, a Goku family setup. I think would be more than fine. All right, so here's the initial, right here at the start of Dragon Ball. The start of Dragon Ball, by the way, I think, you know, now it's like we could really start to get some good Dokkan Fests, I think, from in there. I think they could easily give Great Ape Kid Goku a Dokkan Fest. We could do another just normal Kid Goku Dokkan Fest from... You could kind of just take pieces of Kid Goku from the first 2 world tournaments, honestly. I mean, both could be Dokkan Fest or something like that, right? Well, I guess, you know what they could do? So Kid Goku from the fight against Jackie Chun, right? You can make that a Dokkan Fest, and you can make that Great Ape Kid Goku's Dokkan Fest, because it's the fight against Jackie Chun where Goku, of course, does go Great Ape, right? The fight against Jackie Chun. And then the second World Tournament fight is against Tien, and Goku doesn't go Great Ape or anything like that there, so that card we could just make, you know, regular Kid Goku. I think that they could do that. To me, that makes a lot of sense, right? Giving those, I think, like, you could make some sort of, maybe just like a free-to-play LR of, like, a lot of the Red Ribbon Army generals. They could do cards for all that stuff. I do feel like at this point, it's going to be received very positively, right? Like, it's not, people aren't, like, we're not going to get, like, Dragon Ball Saga Dokkan Fest, and people are going to be upset. It's just not going to happen this far into the game, right? Like, you know, we've now covered many characters. Bulma on screen. I think Bulma is a huge, huge option for a Dokkan Fest and someone who really deserves one. Because I could argue here, besides Goku, let's, take Goku out of the equation, Bulma is the second most important character in the series. Like, you could probably make that argument. Bulma's there always. She's in every saga. She's in damn near every movie, right? She's always front and center. Typically, the story is about collecting the Dragon Balls. How do they do that? It's thanks to Bulma, right? Bulma was there. How did Orange Piccolo come about? Oh, Bulma had the Dragon Balls. Bam, here you go, Piccolo, right? It seems like Gamma 1 and Dr. Hedo, like they're, linking up with Bulma towards the end. So when Gamma 1 comes up upgraded later on in Dragon Ball Super, thank you, Bulma, right? Like, Bulma, I think, deserves a strong Dokkan Fest. And it would be so easy. Bulma has so many weapons she uses, so much, like, robots and stuff, right? Like, there's a filler episode on Namek. I think Planet Namek Saga Bulma would be a great pick for the Dokkan Fest. Well, actually, because Bulma, like, all the cards of Bulma in the game pretty much are from Dragon Ball Saga. Just regular Bulma, I believe the only card that's actually just called Bulma is it's a rare. It's a rare Bulma. And it's from Namek. That's literally the only one, though, right? Like, she does deserve that. And, that episode, the episode I'm talking about, the filler on Namek, in that episode, like, she uses, like, multiple robots as she's trying to collect a Dragon Ball, and then she kind of tricks some Frieza soldiers, right, into going down there and battling crabs and stuff like that. Like, it gets really, really goofy. But this is what I just wanted to quickly show right here. So here is Bulma, right? Again, like, we've got a bunch of cards where it's like Vegeta and Bulma, stuff like that. Just Bulma right here. Like, this should be a Dokkan Fest. And I feel like, Kid Bulma, you could make one as well. I think both of those would work pretty effectively. And then Mr. Satan, Hercule. This is the other character we were looking up. Okay, so, yeah, damn. I mean, we really haven't gotten as many Mr. Satan cards as you'd think. We got one of them, the STR one. That's from the Worldwide Download Celebration, like the winning and losing sort of cards. That's one. We have this free-to-play one we're grinding up, in this event. We had the banner unit, Mr. Satan, who came out alongside STR Super Buu, who actually just got his EZA, believe it or not. There was LR Hercule, LR Mr. Satan, who was like the 4th LR, the 5th LR, or something like that. I don't know. It was there was not many LRs for LR Mr. Satan. He was one of the very first ones that showed up. And then after that, there's also the login character. So I guess there's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this free-to-play unit we're grinding, this is essentially the 5th Mr. Satan card. But 4 of the 5 are free-to-play, right? And the last one I'm referring to is day 777, that login reward. Or wait, no, is he? Yeah, it's day 777. There's also the other free-to-play Hercule, but that awakens into Hercule and Buu, the exchange unit, from the fights against Kid Buu, right? So, alright, there we go. There is the second stage. That, of course, is Krillin. What's the next? This next stage, this is fun. This is against Gohan. Even though, obviously, Goku meets Gohan, like, earlier on and stuff like that. They picked the time chamber training with Gohan for this. Oh, this is when Gohan sort of becomes Super Saiyan. This Gohan right here doesn't really have does he have it? No, he does have a card, right? That Gohan sort of in his armor, that is a card. That's a World Tournament card, actually. Yeah, but the Super Saiyan version of that exact Gohan, like once he has his haircut and stuff like that, that's the one we're about to fight right there. We only have that pretty much as just like the swap in exchange. These are the type of things that they should make like the World Tournament reward cards, right? If they're not going to make them like an actual unit, making them World Tournament reward cards is definitely a good way to go about it. Yeah, some of these episodes, by the way, are very good. Like Goku and Gohan fighting in here in the time chamber. I believe they've referenced a little bit of this in some animations before, but I think that there's still like some references they could pull here for potentially maybe like another Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the fight against Cell. We do actually need another one. Oh, we got the counter. Okay. Bye. See you later, bozo. And then, of course, BoJack movie Gohan. Gohan from the BoJack movie, he actually doesn't have a Dokkan Fest, right? Like, we only have, what, one free-to-play from that movie, and then, of course, the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as well. But I think both Super Saiyan 2 Gohans, they get Dokkan Fest. It is funny, you know, you look through it, and there really is still so much they could do, right? There's so many animations to pull from, and so many moments and characters that haven't been represented. I think the 8th anniversary did knock off one huge one, which is like the Super Spirit Bomb. That was one of the most deserving moments, I think, that has not been represented yet. And I think they really nailed it and did it justice, right? You got the thumbs up, like, victory pose at the end. They did a fantastic job. So, okay, so stage 4 right here. This is where we can actually grind up Mr. Satan. So this, of course, is the Cell games. Oh, that Trunks, Armor Trunks, we probably could get a... Yo, I think Super Trunks. Super Trunks is another good idea for a Dokkan Fest, because if you guys remember, Super Trunks, he actually is the inspiration for Broly. Super Trunks is, right? When he first, you know, sort of like goes into that form. And then, remember, right at the start, he doesn't have eyes. So I do think that he could get, like, a Dokkan Fest. I think that would be pretty cool, right? You know, a lot of people know one of the best animated episodes in Dragon Ball Z is Super Trunks vs. Perfect Cell, right? Where they're kind of fighting, and it's like, you know, like, their power makes it that the sky is, like, black and stuff like that. I believe the start of the episode is kind of going over Trunks and Cell's, like, past, like, in the future. And then the second half of the episode is them fighting. That's one of the best looking episodes in Dragon Ball Z. And, I mean, they can pull animation stuff from Trunks. And I think Cell, too. I don't know if they've used stuff from Cell from like, a lot of his fights against Super Trunks. I know they did against Super Vegeta. Some of the moves... Bye, bitch. Some of the moves Cell used against Super Vegeta, like that, you know, KO blow he does against him, that is in the Int LR Cell, right? So I wonder what stages is going to be in after this. Who could it be? Could they do, like, Tournament of Power Master Roshi? Perhaps Pan? I think Pan could be one that they could do. Like adding new stages to this event. Pan, Roshi, Giru, maybe future Trunks from Dragon Ball Super they could do. Maybe, because Hit could probably be in the rival side of things, right? So could Jiren. Jiren could probably fit in that as well. Perhaps Beerus? Well, I know Beerus is another rival as well. Yeah, like Hit, Jiren, Beerus, those are all ones that would be on sort of like the kind of like, you know, villain to hero side rather than just like, again, I don't know what to call this. I mean, softer side, right? Yamcha, Krillin, Gohan, Mr. Satan. We'll see. But there, of course, is the actual free-to-play Mr. Satan right there. We can go ahead and grab him. Looks like there's a mission to get him to SA10. Let me just quickly finish up the grind here for Mr. Satan. And I think we will rainbow him right here, and I'll probably link level him. And then we'll, you know, sort of see how this Mr. Satan is. Alright, guys, we have completed the grind. So we have the free-to-play Mr. Satan, or Hercule here, right? Mr. Satan, of course, in the original version, and then Hercule for the dub. Let's just go ahead and put the rainbow star on him, and I guess we'll go ahead and complete the final mission. Just again, that other mission, I showed it briefly just before we jumped in here. All we had to do was get him to SA10. So that is that. For now, for the part 1 story event, that's all we had to do right there. Is just sort of grind up the free-to-play Mr. Satan. We'll see, you know, maybe they'll add his awakening for sure, but maybe they can add like a support memory. I wouldn't be surprised if another free-to-play character showed up in part 2 as well. Again, it would not surprise me. So there we go. We got that mission cleared. Thanks, guys, for watching. And we'll see in part 2 what this Mr. Satan free-to-play unit becomes.